Hello and welcome to my home garden. I'm going to give you a fall update on what I've been doing. So I have several containers. I have cauliflower, kale, turnips, and I also have some herbs. So this is kind of chilly out here right now. Um, at nighttime it's been getting down in the 30s, so I've had to cover up the cauliflower for sure. The kale and the turnips seem to be able to do okay without being covered up, but I do have some of those covered as well. Now, I planted this fall garden back in August 15th, so let's go take a look at it. So here we have all my cauliflower. I have several buckets of it, and I keep these covered at nighttime because they tend to not do too well as the temperatures got below 35 degrees. So these again were planted in August. I'm a little concerned I haven't seen any heads forming yet, but they are getting quite big. So I'm hoping that's going to happen shortly. Some more cauliflower. Here is some of my kale. Now I've already cooked what they call a mesa kale. So I've picked some of this kale already and have already cooked some for the family. When you're picking your kale, I want to point this out. You need to pick it off at the base, right down there at the base, because it'll resprout and come back, and so you have a continuous supply. Again, I cover them up with this protective covering. You can get this easily at the garden store or online, and it does keep them warm. So far it has kept them doing really well. Here are some more of my cauliflower. They're looking pretty healthy. Now cauliflowers, they are big feeders, so I need to do a side dressing of fertilizer, so we'll do that while I'm out here. Here's some of my herbs. I have cilantro and I have parsley, and I've been cooking with those, especially when I do my eggs, scrambled eggs. I love to put fresh herbs in there. On this side is some more turnips that I planted. I just planted these back in October, so they're coming along. Might have been towards the middle end of October that I planted these, so the leaves are still small. Now if I really wanted turnips off of these, I would have to do some thinning so that they have room to create the bulbs that form the turnips, but I'm growing these pots just for the greens. Now I will show you a pot of turnips where I am growing them for the turnips, and you can see the turnips forming. Here's the turnips, and you can see the bulb starting to come up right there. I hope you can see that. And this one is starting to make a bulb right there. So they're coming along. So what I'll do is I'll cook the greens and the bulbs together, along with probably some of the kale, to make a nice little dish. And I'll show you that in another episode. Here's some of my curly leaf kale. Some more curly leaf kale. Some more turnips. These have not formed bulbs yet, but I can see they're getting there. Now in this bucket, I had picked a lot. I had picked these greens all down to the very end, to the very roots, excuse me, down to the very top of the soil, and now they're starting to sprout back. These are some of my tomato cages. I did have a spring summer garden too, and it did quite well. I had tomatoes, cucumbers, some lettuce, some herbs, and the tomatoes did really well even in the pot. So all of these are in containers, and I have different type of containers. I have the typical pot container that you find, but I also have some of these grow bags, and I do like these grow bags. That's not the only company that makes these type of cotton type material bags. I think they're quite good actually. Now I'm going to do some side dressing of fertilizer to my cauliflower. They are indeed heavy feeders, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, side dressing with fertilizer. What does that mean? It just means putting some fertilizer along the outside base of your plant. You don't want to put it too close to the base of the plant. So I put that out about an inch, and you just sprinkle some. And then you cover it up and kind of massage it a little bit into the soil. You go on the other side and do the same thing. Just kind of sprinkle it. See it right there, I sprinkled it. I'm just gonna push it back into the soil, mix it up a little bit, and I'm gonna go through the whole patio, well actually this is a deck, and finish fertilizing. Now you may be asking, well, what type of fertilizer do you use? Well, there are a lot of good fertilizers on the market. One of the ones that I've been using is one called Dr. Earth, homegrown, organic, and natural. And this is for tomatoes and all vegetables. And I had really good success with it this year. So for my spring and summer garden. So I'm using it in my fall garden as well. So let me go ahead and finish this up. And I'll keep you updated on the status, especially with my cauliflower. I hope that it will give me some heads of cauliflower. That would be wonderful. And I'll keep you updated on the turnips as well. Thank you for stopping by.